and charging in to snuff Hiei. But he devoured that shit and told him, nice. See, there's just some signs to know when to quit. And that was for sure one of them. The nigga let you steal him and told you nice after. These are the type of people you get the fuck out of Dodge. So boom, I'ma just say it. This 1v1 that I'm about to go over is legit the biggest ore farm moment in all of anime, with it also happening within the best anime tournament arc of all time. Please tell me I'm wrong, because I'll slap box your goldfish about it. YuYu Hakusho is just goated. I don't make the rules, and I can go on and on about it. So I'ma just cut it right here and hop into that good stuff. And with that being said, okay, let's go. It's the grand finals of the Dark Tournament, and Team Urameshi is already down 1-0 after Kurama's fight against Karasu, which I will say, them boys got cheated. Kurama literally turned that boy into a full tree of tan. That's for my Hell's Paradise people. They going crazy in season 2 right now. But even though he boomed him, it was after the 10-second count of him being down. They even went in depth of showing the attack that came out 0.28 seconds after the 10 count. Technically, yes, they're right, but robbery at its finest. And first, where the dead wins and the living loses. Yeah, I'm up and stick, because that's some life meme worthy shit. I can already see my friends cracking jokes. How you lose to a dead nigga? You see how crazy that sounds? I'm not living with that. So you gonna reverse that score, or I'm gonna up the score with these hollows. After that bullshit call, it was time for the next fighters to step into the ring, and that little shoulder monkey Elder Toguro hopped in. Side note, this little rodent was one of the biggest weirdos of this series. Dick rode the shit out of his brother because of who he was. Like, you're supposed to be the OG. But at the same time, low-key envied him and openly said that he wanted to crack his own brother's jaw, which was Genkai. Bro, the fuck is wrong with you? I'm so glad he lost to Kuwabara and younger Toguro having some type of sense and kicking him to the Shadow Realm. Cause this nigga made me itch every single time I seen him, bruh. Anyways, this freak thought he was up next, but Buie pulled up saying without saying that he's the next one fighting. No glaze? Bro didn't do anything but just walk, and I felt the aura. Yeah, I'm glazing. With that, Hiei teleported into the ring and started to walk towards the middle too. Not gonna lie, TPing 2 feet into the ring was a little extra. The match didn't even begin and niggas is already aura farming. I mean, he low-key needed to do that though, because gang damn near the same size as the ring. Bruh. I'm sorry, Hiei. Both of them now in the middle. The tournament hostess went to introduce them and started dick eating something serious, because she went and said measuring at 4 feet 10 without his hair, Hiei, like pause. Bitch, you could have said 4 feet 10 without his hair. Damn, look at that double entendre. Nevertheless, she went and introduced Buie being 9 feet tall. And to add more icing, the secondary announcer said on the mic in front of everyone that that's enough man to go around, ladies. Hey, so we just jumped to the conclusion that bro is thicker than Zoo Glass. These demon bitches are something else. John here a nigga being 9 feet tall and want to conjugate all the hoochies to ride meat, even in anime. I feel bad for my short kings. Speechless Buie starts to form up the weapon that he'll be using, and it's this big ass Paul Bunyan axe. So he ain't hit him with the, that's alright, but let me show you what I'm working with, and taking off his robe, revealing his bandage arm that he used the darkness flame technique earlier in the tournament on Zero. Mind you, most of his squad is thinking that he ain't still not fully recovered because of him having his whole arm wrapped up still. But Kurama was like, nah, y'all not tapped in for real. That toilet paper ain't for healing. That shit is a seal holding his aura within his arm. So when he takes that shit off, he gonna hit a nigga with a pack-a-punch for real. Ugh. All that being said, the match begins and Buie takes off running to jump dumb high in the air. Being at max altitude off the break is wildly insane. After being suspended in the air for like 5 whole seconds, he comes crashing down at Hiei just to miss the attack. Yep. If you would have just jumped 5 feet instead of 50, probably would have nicked Lil Uzi, but no. They want to aura farm and jump like Jordan in front of the hose. Damn, Shawn Marion, can your big ass actually hit me next time? Hiei's a little provoking to hit him got Buie a little sick because he started gripping the shit out of the axe and lifted a whole slab of tile from the ring to chuck it, missing once again. So after 2 missed free throws, what do we do now? Start spamming them hoes like Tarek Schoolboy at Mach 1 speed. Still, that don't work because Hiei was dodging out there like a charger, eventually having boredom strike and showing off his fist of immortal flame to bare knuckle punching each slab that came his way. Again, I know he's well capable of shooting a fire projectile, but niggas gotta show off their brute strength. His knuckles hurt. I know they do. Yet, we know ninjas gotta do it for the aura points. And due to him want to get close and personal with punching shit, Brody had tunnel vision and forgot that he was even fighting Buie, which gave him the opportunity to come flying down from the top ropes. Surprisingly, Hiei said this punching shit ain't no facade and met the axe with his fist. snapping that shit in half and sending it straight into the crowd. Well, you know whoever was in that section is dead. I hope them tickets was worth it, gang. To be honest, I think Buie a little restarted because he physically clashed with Hiei using the axe and got smoked. So this dumbass brings out another one. Hiei even told him, at least you're consistently foolish if you think this axe is going to have more impact than the last. Give him more points for honoring and coming at his neck on main stage. Even still, the armor sociopath did not give a fuck of what was said and threw that shit right at him. Hiei on some subtle shit caught the axe and incinerated it to nothingness. Finally, Buie realized that Hiei wasn't some random peon and decided it was time to get serious. So Dog started to take off the armor that he was wearing, and y'all should know what's finna pop off. We've seen this plenty of times with Goku unstrapping and our boy Rock Lee, which I've covered on this channel, by the way. But anyways, I love Hiei because while Buie was stripping, he told him, you sure you could take a direct hit from me without any armor? Oh, bro is legit feeling himself, but I don't blame him. Pop your shit then, little nigga. Buie finally spoke and had to let him know that most people have armor to protect themselves. But in his case, he's the complete opposite. He wears this shit to protect the person he's fighting from himself. Okay, this is going 16 for 16 right now with the dialogue, bruh. He even added that his powers is so crazy, he can't control them on his own. Essentially, he wears the armor to control his powers, just like Hiei with his bandage up arm. You can't tell me that this ain't leading to be the biggest aura farm moment. Two dudes that are holding each other's power back from another? Come on, bro. Eventually, Buie gets everything off and boosts up with immense energy radiating from him. His shit was so prominent that he became Messiah. And I quote, word for word, bar for bar, I call this battle aura. I would like to see you try and top it. Legit, this is the first ever official anime aura farm battle. Y'all heard it? Bro really called him out saying that little ass dragon ain't got shit on his battle aura. Although that put no fear into Hiei at all. He gassed up and went straight to the beef, but got launched back by Buie's aura alone. I should put an aura counter for every single time I've said it this video, and will be saying it for the remainder. Hold up. Let's ball. So Hiei sent straight heat to Buie, but he ate that shit right up and spat that shit right back out. Was that point worthy of intentionally getting hit? I don't know. Let me know if it was. But again, this fight is really about who can do it better, because Buie decided to send some shit right back at Hiei. With no effort, he sent Nito away. Just that little flash wasn't going to save him though, because the energy ball was like a Mario Kart red shell. If you don't get that, to dumb it down, it has built-in tracking. And I guess this saying wouldn't be an idiom in this situation, because big brain Hiei was literally one step ahead. He flash stepped behind Buie to dip off at the last moment, griefing this man with his own attack and frying homeboy out of existence. Due to everyone witnessing Buie's demise, it's pretty clear in the air that Hiei has taken this round. In anime with the ending like that, us as viewers know that it's too good to be true. And as Kobe said, job's not finished. With Buie rising from the ashes like a phoenix. What a coincidence of me saying that, because without thinking, Yusuke released an actual phoenix later on in the final match. Besides that, Buie had to let Hiei know that attack was only strong enough to take Hiei out. And as a result, that did no damage to him. He also added that he could take that information that he just gave him any way he likes. Pretty much he's telling Hiei, or wants him to know himself, that he's a weak ass nigga. This is really elite shit talking from both sides. This is the type of negativity I like to see. Hiei was like, oh, so you need more to rough you up, huh? To pulling the seal off his bandage. I don't know why, but just that little part of him ripping the seal off gives me the goosebumps, because I know for the opposing side, it's like signing your death wish. Even Kurama knew that this aura farm battle was about to be bad, just because neither fighter can control their fucking aura. And if they both clash, the stadium could potentially be nuked. Even so, the end finally starts, because it gets hella dark around Hiei, and he starts to unravel the bandage around his arm. With it finally off, bro has the dragon tatted and is one with Amaterasu. Hiei, let them know that you really the first Uchiga to hit the streets for real. He's like the soldier boy of anime. The original dark hair edgelord. Getting even more edgier, Hiei told Buie that he's the next sacrifice to the dragon of the darkness flame. You would have thought that would be enough for Buie to submit and hand the dub over, but he stood 10 toes going aura for aura with Hiei. Such a clean shot, by the way. I know I'm riding hella hard because this is my favorite fight in the whole series. In any case, black beams started to rain from the sky and out the ocean as well. Hiei's fist was ready to let loose. He even took the time out of his day to ask Buie, you ready? Not even going cap, a nigga charging something up like that and asking me if I'm ready, I'm probably shitting my drawers. I'ma play it off though, cause I'ma say yeah, knowing damn well I'm lying. But low key, that's Buie's fault because he did ask Hiei earlier to hurry this shit up. I mean, he finally got what he asked for. Hiei went rushing in and unleashed the dragon. Shit didn't even touch Buie yet, and bro is already screaming, acting like one of them dudes in the gym right before they go use every 45 in the compound to lift 10,000 pounds. The dragon right away comes in contact with Buie, and not in Zeru's case where he immediately became soot, but Dog was actually holding the dragon off. This is just pure crackhead strength because I can bet your local fiend can probably hold the dragon off too, but the 5-foot demon had to let it be known that there's more to this ride and soup the dragon up even more, taking Buie all throughout the arena as if this was one of those wild ass roller coasters, even getting to the point where it bulldozed him out the stadium and pinned him up against a tall ass mountain. Due to Buie's life being on the line at the moment, he thinks of Toguro and the time they were scrapping. Furthermore, how Dog really punched his shit in and made him a slave just because he lost the fight to him, which triggered the PTSD of losing and generally gave this man the ultimate crackhead strength, pulling one of the biggest anime Uno reverses by deflecting the dragon and making it go the opposite way. With it having to consume someone, it can't be deflected and not take someone out. That's like calling Shenron not making a wish. That green ass nigga gonna stay there until some type of wish is made. All that being said, the dragon is now heading straight towards Hiei, and again, it has to consume someone, crashing right into Hiei and taking that boy right back to the main lobby. Buie now hitting this maniacal ass laugh because of him surely now taking the dub for Team Toguro. The little thotty referee chick goes on to declare Buie the winner, but a sudden flame spawns in and ignites, sending the OF demon flying. Within the flame, you see Hiei reappearing again. And brother, I knew it was raps at this point because he really hit Buie with the demon home pussy. You done freed a real one. Buie is absolutely shaking, even asking Hiei to explain. To make the explanation quick and short, to harness the dragon itself, Hiei had to be consumed by it, essentially it being one with him now. Almost like when Goku got hit by his own spirit bomb to awake Ultra Instincts. Hiei even says that countless people try to tame the dragon. Once more, showing why he's the original edgelord, because Megami falls under this, and he was never able to actually control Maharaga. Y'all better learn. Hiei a trendsetter in this anime shit, and he dropped one of the coldest lines by telling Buie that he has the power of the dragon because now I am the dragon. What did Mark Phillips say? Now that's a motherfucking bomb. At this point, we're past aura farming. Hiei is collecting infinity fucking stones. Even Kurama was telling everyone that Buie must accept his fate and go ahead and pack them bags up, big fella. Them drugs was hitting hard, man, because Buie was trying to convince himself that the dragon inside Hiei isn't stronger than his battle aura.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
That little inner monologue gave him the confidence boost that he needed in charging in to snuff Hiei. But he devoured that shit and told him, nice. See, there's just some signs to know when to quit, and that was for sure one of them. The nigga let you steal him and told you nice after. These are the type of people you get the fuck out of Dodge, because they're gonna do you bad once they get their hands on you. Tell me nice, bro? You got it. I'm not even gonna force the issue. We can respectfully go our ways. Buie's just built differently, I guess, because he was throwing every combo he had in his arsenal, and Hiei was just taking that shit like a full-on psycho. Bro, Gang was hitting the mannequin challenge mid-match. Buie peeped the dragon through Hiei's Jagan eye, which startled that man straight down to the infinity core. This match is just beyond over for him. But with the last dance, Buie snatches up Hiei and launches him straight into the air. Why they got bro just freely flying up? Real deal just going with the motions. Going back though, Buie springs up, following with a high knee to the back, screams his lungs out like a newborn baby, and slams Hiei into the ceiling. Real rap, imagine doing all this knowing your ass is grass when your turn is done. So you might as well extend it out as long as you can. And that he does by pulling Hiei off the ceiling and 720 kicking him back into the ground. You know, that might have done the trick. Never mind, that nigga got right back up like nothing happened. At least he's flying in with his battle aura now. But sad to say, this is his final minutes, because Hiei finally made a move and catches his punch to drain all the aura out of him. Taking someone's actual aura because of your aura needs to be studied. Bless this man's soul, because Buie was back up running again. So Hiei charged up his fist, meeting Buie with it and sending him up into the air, as well jumping and turning into the dragon, to then sliming Buie right into the crowd. Sending the dude into the mob that's been deep throwing him the whole match is low-key kind of devious. Kinda on par of personally asking them, is this your king? Well, demon in this case. But what's even crazier is Hiei jumping right next to Buie in the stands. Mr. Battle Aura finally threw in the white flag and told Hiei to finish him like Mortal Kombat. And you wanna know what Little Satanic's response was? No. if you want to die, kill yourself. No GTA. I'm not even joking. He actually said that. That's sure a bad motherfucker right there. Oh, and he wasn't done because he also said, I don't take orders, especially from those that I beat. Buie physically losing all his aura and getting denied to be killed because a 5-foot demon wanted to aura farm is tragic. Well, and on that note, bye.